Welcome to Williamsport High School. Getting ready for high school volleyball action. The Williamsport Wildcats hosting the North Hagerstown Hubs, two traditional volleyball powerhouses here in Washington County. Glad to have you with us here for live coverage tonight on Antietam Broadband, channel 6 and 806. Also live streaming online at myactv.net. Glad to have you with us here tonight. Mark Keller along with Letty Wilkes. Our live coverage tonight brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia, the dealers that make it easy. Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda wish much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's game, the schools they represent, and the surrounding communities. Glad to have you with us here on the pre-game right now, and Letty joining us here. And as we mentioned, traditional powerhouses here, North Hagerstown and Williamsport, and both coming into this match, kind of showing that tradition, both with great records coming in. North Hagerstown coming in with a 5-0 overall record. They've won all 15 sets that they've played this season. Williamsport coming in with a 6-1 overall record. They have won 6 straight since losing to James Wood. James Wood, a team we talk about a lot, a real powerhouse in Virginia. And so Williamsport losing that first match, but on a roll since then. They've won 18 of 24 sets since that opening loss to James Wood. And really kind of a young team here for Williamsport this year as well. Only 4 seniors on the roster.
Yeah, definitely James Wood starting out your season with a team like that is sometimes a good thing, because it can prepare you for a game like tonight. I think both teams are going to be excited to play against each other because they have that rivalry and they know what each team has. These kids not only play against each other in these high school games, but they play throughout the year with club ball and stuff now. So I'm sure they're excited, and I think it'll be a good match tonight. I think it's going to come down to, and you know, Mark, it's funny, every time you and I do this broadcast, we talk about it's going to come down to who serves a team and how well a team passes, and if they can get it to their dominating hitters. North definitely has a different dynamic to the team this year. They did last year. I think last year they were very stacked with hitting. Maybe not as many, and they're building with their ages, but we definitely have the Doolin sisters. I think that they'll bring it tonight. And then over on the Williamsport side, I think they're a little bit more balanced. I think it takes the whole team type of dynamic from, you know, looking at the roster and whatnot. So I think it's going to be an interesting dynamic to the game this evening, and we'll see what both teams bring. If one's more aggressive serving, they might take control of the game. If they're not very aggressive, who knows what can happen. So looking forward to seeing what actually does happen here on the court and seeing what each team has changed from last year, and with the different personnel they have on the court, what they're going to do and how they're going to utilize these players.
So you mentioned change on the North Hagerstown side, and really starting right at the top. New coach this year, new head coach this year for the Hubs, Lacey Johnson, taking the place of Megan Crawford, who went out on top, winning the state title last year. Great way to go out. But Lacey Johnson, not a stranger to the North Hagerstown program either. No,
she was assistant coach for 2 years under Coach Crawford, so she kind of knows the system. She knows the players, which that's always a great thing for a team to keep moving forward. They know the system. It's not a big change for them. I'm sure she came in and did some things differently that she wanted to do, but she knows the mold of where they've always been working under that system under Coach Crawford. So I'm sure for the girls it hasn't been much of a change, and they're probably just going on with the same deal that they have in the past. So.
Not only a new coach, but a lot of new players, and took a look back at North's roster from last year, and the players that graduated from this North team. They basically lost an all-star team.
They definitely did. Like I said earlier, they had all the weapons. I mean, their block was unbelievable. There was like trees up there, and then they had all weapons to hit. They had a great offense with great attackers. So they are kind of a new team. They had a setter that was a senior. They're the glue to the court. They run the offense. They get the ball to the hitters. So we're going to see 2 new setters. I'm pretty sure North's going to be running a 6-2 offense, which means the setters set from the back row, and then when they rotate to the front row, they become a hitter. So we'll see. It might be a 5-1. I'm not sure. Definitely, it's a different system with different hitters and different setter, and that takes time to work together. But apparently, from their record right now, they figured it out pretty good.
Yeah,
so.
we saw North Hagerstown a couple times last year. Some of those names: Gabby Grantham Medley, Armani Kenny, Aubrey Chamberlain, Marley Knight, Kayla Turner, all gone from this team, but still some talent coming back, and some that we saw last year. Emily Gassaway, one of them, and Bailey Doolin, who just committed to the Naval Academy,
Yeah.
which is where Armani Kenny is going. So definitely still some talent there on the North Hagerstown side.
Absolutely.
Over on the Williamsport side, we mentioned a young team, and really the name that kind of stood out looking down the roster, Emerson Shank, a junior for the Wildcats this year, and she's a name that we've seen over the last couple of years as well, really contributing for the Wildcats.
Yes, Emerson's been around for a while. She's been around volleyball for a long time. And I think we'll see her on the court take some leadership this evening, and I think she'll be in the setting role as well as the hitting role. So hopefully she'll bring that leadership to the court. I think another kid that you're going to see on the Williamsport side, she's younger, coming along, molding along. I think Olivia Smith's going to be a hitter from them. She's just on the younger side and probably still developing to the quicker game at the varsity level.
This match always a test between these two. You mentioned the kind of the traditional powers, but both teams after this one, kind of a tough road, really tough stretch of the schedule for the Wildcats with North Hagerstown tonight. Then next week they're home against Smithsburg, and then they travel to Clear Spring on Thursday. So real tough schedule.
Yeah,
coming up for
two tough matches coming up for them for sure. I'm pretty sure Smithsburg is doing fairly well this year, and we know Clear Spring always has a good team dynamic, and they just hustle all over the court and have that no fear, like no give up attitude. So yeah, but in Washington County in past, there's never a game you're going to play in Washington County that tends to be easy. So, and it's good. These kids can get excited about it. They get excited about their opponents and not just walking into a game and winning and walking out the door. So they have to work for it, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, and you mentioned Washington County. Williamsport last week taking on South Hagerstown, a team that's only won one match this year, but they took Williamsport to 5. So, anything can happen in there. And mentioning James Wood one more time, North Hagerstown, that's their next match Monday night at home. They're going to be taking on James Wood, so a real test there for the Hubs as well. Well, stay with us. We're going to have more coming up from Williamsport High School as we get ready for the Hubs and the Wildcats right here on Antietam Broadband.
If I'm the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown, Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia. Like the Kia Sorrento, room for up to 7. Or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room. Or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown, Kia.
Join us at the Green Turtle in Hagerstown to watch your favorite sports teams on over 100 TVs. Serving all your favorites, including crab dip, wings, burgers, and wraps. Mention this ad and receive $5 off your entire bill. Is your sports team or organization looking for a fundraiser night? Ask about Funds for Friends and earn 20% back. The Green Turtle in Hagerstown. Call today, 301-745-8800.
When choosing internet and Wi-Fi service to meet your family's education needs, it pays to do your homework. You'll learn that Antietam Broadband, with fast, reliable speeds up to 2.5 gig and unlimited data, powered by Antietam Smart Wi-Fi, is the right choice. School has changed, and so should your internet. Contact Antietam Broadband today and upgrade to the internet speed and smart Wi-Fi your family needs.
Voltage Wrestling is coming to Antietam Broadband.
Let it blow, gotta breathe. Liquid love, try to hypnotize me. Feel the rush, wanna scream. Hit it hard, no, you'll never let it be.
The action and excitement of Voltage Wrestling on Washington County Living, Channel 6 and 806.
In today's world, people consume video on multiple screens. Antietam Media Services is the company you can trust to reach those audiences. From streaming platforms to social media and traditional cable advertising, Antietam Media Services helps your business be seen. For over 4 decades, Antietam Media Services has been helping clients tell their stories through a lens. From live multicam event coverage to single-camera cinema production, we are Antietam Media Services, inspiring ideas, proven results.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna wanna Hagerstown Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Back at Williamsport High School, getting ready for high school volleyball action. North Hagerstown Hubs taking on the Williamsport Wildcats. Hubs players now being introduced to the crowd.
Number 11, Maya Russ. Number 12, Chloe E. And number 13, Madison Chadwick. The Hubs are coached by Lucy Johnson and Emma Lorenzo. And now, Wildcat fans, are you ready for our Wildcats?
We'll hear the introduction of the Williamsport Wildcats.
Senior number 3, Ella Smith. Sophomore number 4, Skylar Morales. Senior number 5, Kevin Martin. Junior number 10, Liz Warren. Junior number 11, Haley Thompson. Senior number 12, Rachel Wooster. Sophomore number 13, Olivia Smith. Junior number 14, Emerson Shane. Junior number 15, Madison Cookie. Junior number 20, Takara Sumlin. Senior number 21, Kayla Monroe. And freshman number 24, Ellen Schwartz. The Wildcats are coached by Kieran.
So there are your Wildcats coming into this match with a 6-1 record, winners of 6 straight. Taking on the North Hagerstown Hubs, coming into this at 5-0. Stay with us. We'll have the first set right after this message.
Excited to have the Springfield Middle School volleyball.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna wanna Hagerstown Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
When you need someone who will come through no matter what, someone who will go the extra mile, Cumberland Valley Heating and Air specializes in the installation of residential and commercial heating and air solutions. 24/7 emergency service delivers our promise of getting you the help you need when you need it. We're the tri-state experts in heating, air conditioning, and above all, comfort. Cumberland Valley Heating and Air. It's hard to stop a train.
Our family relies on the internet every day. We both work from home at times, so our Wi-Fi just has to be there. We learn with it, laugh with it, and count on it for all kinds of things in our home.
Your family depends on strong internet and Wi-Fi. That's why Antietam Broadband provides fast internet speeds and reliable Wi-Fi to meet your needs every day. Flight Fiber is now available in Sharpsburg. Call 301-797-5000 now to sign up.
Rentals Unlimited proudly sponsors events happening in our community. Give our experienced personnel a call or stop by one of our 5 locations for all your home improvement, residential, commercial, or industrial projects. We provide friendly and knowledgeable service you can depend on the first time and every time. Rentals Unlimited. We rent solutions. 1458 South Potomac Street in Hagerstown and online at rentalsunlimited.com.
Entrepreneurs have molded our county, our country, and our world. That's why Antietam Broadband is proud to announce our Innovation Fund to help Washington County entrepreneurs start up, grow, or sustain their business. Antietam Broadband will invest a total of $1 million to help local entrepreneurs bring their dream one step closer to reality and to support growth and expand opportunities in our community. To learn more about the Innovation Fund, visit AntietamBroadband.com.
If I was the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown, Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia. Like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7. Or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room. Or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown, Kia.
Welcome back to Williamsport. Getting set for high school volleyball action. Visiting North Hagerstown Hubs, taking on the homestanding Williamsport Wildcats. Glad to have you with us here on Antietam Broadband. Tonight's local coverage brought to you by the Centers for Advanced Orthopedics, Parkway Division. They specialize in sports injuries, joint replacement, hand surgery, injections, and more. Call the Centers for Advanced Orthopedics at 301-665-4575 and make your appointment today. The Centers for Advanced Orthopedics. Happy to have you with us here tonight, whether you're watching on Antietam Broadband, channel 6 or 6 and 806, or whether you're watching online. Appreciate you joining us here for our live coverage. We are underway with the first set. Williamsport serving. And first point goes to the Wildcats.
Emerson Shank had a good serve right there, and unfortunately North put that set right into Williamsport's block, so the blockers really didn't have to move. So that was a really good block for Williamsport. The setter for North wants to move the offense around a little bit more so they're not waiting. Again, another great serve by Emerson Shank. And Mark, we've talked about this before. If a team can serve a good team aggressively, it's going to be hard for them to run an offense and be in system. I've talked about it before when we've been on here, but in system means the setter can get the ball, the pass is the target, the setter can attack or set any of her hitters. And when they're out of system, the ball is everywhere, and the setter can't necessarily get to the ball to set her attackers. So the goal is, when you're serving, to get any team out of system. And Emerson Shank definitely did that twice there to North. Now North has the opportunity to do that to Williamsport.
Doolin with the save there.
Definitely a good rally, some good digs, some good offense. Williamsport definitely is waiting on the attack to dig it up and then put in some options. They're going to be prepared. They know the Doolin sisters are going to be the attackers tonight at this match, so they're going to have to really be smart about hitting around the block and not attacking where a defender is. The goal is not to hit to somebody, the goal is hit around. So we'll see how these two adjust to the defense of Williamsport. Good pass. Good block by Williamsport there. Apparently North was in the net.
Williamsport with a quick 5-1 lead. Kevin Jarvis serving for the Wildcats.
Williamsport is doing a good job of serving aggressively. That's the name to the game right here. Unfortunately, that ball was a little bit tight on the pass there for Emerson Schenk, and she tried to do a one-hand set, and the ref gave her a two-hand lift call on that. It's unfortunate. Lauren Hobbs with a good serve there from North, very aggressive. Good attack by Doolin.
Settings back to Doolin.
Good dig. It's a good offense there by North High. So they kept going to the outside hitter. She attacked and attacked and attacked. Williamsport dug. You want to use your middle hitter and rally play. So transition play, going back and forth in the net, that's when you want to use your middle because it's a very quick offense and that's where they're going to score. And North actually just did that. They kept going outside, 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 and then they scored off the middle attack. It's too hard to block, and Williamsport had a hard time catching up with her there. So you don't want to use your middle off of serve receive, but you want to use your middle in transition play.
I've seen a number of balls already into the rafters, and there's another one.
Both teams are having a little bit of trouble with their reception. So serve receive, when the ball is served over, they're having a hard time passing, getting it in system. So that's good. That means both teams are serving aggressive, which anybody in the volleyball world wants to see a team serve aggressive. It's a good attempt there. They went for North went for a back row attack, which is always a hard ball to defend. And unfortunately, it was just a little bit long, but it was a really good idea to go with that at that time. North is definitely trying to do some movement in their offense, but unfortunately, they're not passing well enough to be able to utilize that right now. It's a good dig there by Elizabeth Warren, libero for Williamsport. She's hustling back there.
Point to the Hubs. Serving here down 4-8. This is Cadence Doolin.
Good serve. So far, you know, Williamsport's up 8, North 5, but so far this game is about who's serving aggressive. They're really having both teams, and maybe they just haven't settled in, but both teams are having a little bit of a challenge with their serve receive passing.
Another point to the Hubs, now 6-8. And that's served long. They'll go out to the Wildcats.
So she did a good job being aggressive there, serving. If you're going to miss a serve, you definitely want to miss long. You don't want to miss in the net because the other team at least has to make the decision, are they going to play it or not? Good block by Williamsport. That was a tool on North's part. So a tool is when the attacker goes up to attack. They use the block, and they got the point. They got the kill because they used the block, and it went out of bounds. Unfortunately, Williamsport didn't close and push their hands down when they were blocking towards the court, and that's how she used them. If a attacker is very smart, they'll watch the blocker's hands and kind of figure out how to hit off those hands to tool them and abuse it and still get the kill off of it. And she did a really good job with that right there.
Olivia Smith with that kill, now serving for the Cats.
Good back row attack. Doolin there from the back row attack. She definitely was explosive. I know you and I have talked about this before when we've broadcasted for North, but those Doolin sisters are very explosive. They really move fast into the ball, and that's definitely what you want to see for a dynamic volleyball player. And on a back row attack for sure. So it's going to be hard to stop her. Williamsport's going to have to be prepared for that if they're going to use her offensively like that. Williamsport needs to also serve aggressive, but they also need to put it offensively in attack where they cannot get the ball to those two hitters. And they'll have a little bit of success If they can keep it away from those sisters. That's a good tool. They used the block. Williamsport's block was up and down. One went up and then the other was coming up, so they were split. And she hit it right in between their arms and tooled them and used it again. So they're getting some kills. North's getting some kills right now off of using the blockers. Smart on their part.
And that was Bailey dueling with that kill. Now serving for the Hubs at 9-11.
Quick offense there with their middle hitter. So Chloe Gee there came through, and they set her a quick ball at 31, which is kind of outside of the middle zone and the 3 zone of the net. And it's a hard ball to stop. Williamsport was not ready to block there. So that's what I referenced earlier in play, rally play back and forth. You want to use your middle because it's hard to stop and block, and defense isn't prepared for it.
Hayden Stulin.
She got a hold of that, Mark.
Makes the kill and ties the score.
Yeah, when you have, the block was a little bit outside on her, she had basically open net there. And if she's going to have open net, she's going to put the ball down. That's what you call a good attack right there. So that was a nice swing. Emerson Shank trying to do a setter dump there to get North off their toes a little bit. Both teams, Mark, it's good to see. Both teams are battling back and forth. They're definitely playing defensively and working together and trying to find a way to score.
Cubs grabbing their first lead of the night, 12-11 here in the first set. Good rally here.
They're scrambling around. Emerson Shanks on the front row right now, so she's not necessarily setting as much, but I wish she would turn and hit. She's trying to do the setter dump, and North's right there. It's not as effective as I think she wanted to be right now.
Children serve into the net. Over to the Wildcats.
The last time Emerson went back to serve, North had a really hard time receiving her, so we'll see how they do passing-wise here, if they can run their offense in system. That was a good pass, so definitely in system. Set a little off. Hobbs used the block right there. Another tool. It's kind of being the trend here for North, tool in the block.
Chloe Gee serving, up 14-12 for the Hubs. Doolin's attempt into the net.
She tried to go down the line there. You really watch her. She tried to go across her body, and unfortunately the ball got past her too quick, so she didn't get a good contact on the ball. But that was a good idea to get that ball down the line. They're hitting a lot of cross court right now. I would like to see them start hitting down the line because the defense is adjusting to the angle. They're digging them, so they got to move it around a little bit. So if they could start hitting down the line, there may be a little bit more effective and be able to score right away.
Nevaeh Ware, take a look here at her kill. 15-13 Hubs. Lauren Hobbs serving.
Great serve, very aggressive, deep in the court. It was high on the receiver there for Williamsport. That's a hard ball to pass. That was a great serve there on Lauren Hobbs's part.
And we'll have a timeout here, with the Hubs leading at 16-13. First set, best of 5 here from Williamsport High School. Glad to have you with us. Mark Keller and Letty Wilkes with you on Antietam Broadband. And we're seeing, you mentioned the number of balls that we've seen going into the rafters here. Is that something that the coaches work on? Because we are seeing it so much.
Yeah.
Did you work on that at all in practices?
Yes, you do work on that in practices because it's something you don't ever know which direction the ball's going to go, so you have to talk. It's a team thing. You got to work together. But one reason it is happening right now is because the North High, they're putting a lot of power behind the ball, so it's explosive. They're hitting the ball hard. And a lot of times, I think, instead of just waiting defensively when you go to dig, you wait for the ball to come to you, and you got to go at it, and you just hold your arms out. The ball will spring off your platform, which means your two arms. And I think they're giving a little bit with it. And when you do that, it's going to make the ball go up there. They would just wait. A great offensive attack there by North High. So they're running a little bit more than a straight offense. They're not just setting outside, middle, back. They're moving their hitters around offensively, and they're going to score off of that because that's hard.
2 kills with authority in a row from her.
She's putting on a attack show right now. It's just fun to watch the explosiveness. If you really watch her, she's very quick to the ball and explosive. And that's a very dynamic volleyball hitter. That's definitely what you want to see with attacking. Fast and quick. Good attack there by Olivia Smith on the outside for Williamsport. She definitely got North High scrambling, and that's what you want to do. Get them out of system.
And it's Doolin again. Make it 3 in a row. It's 5 straight points for the Hubs now with a 19-13 advantage here in set number 1. Lauren Hobbs still on the serve for North Hagerstown.
Good attack. Olivia Smith out there trying to use North's block. Good block by Williamsport. That was a big block. So unfortunately, she maybe didn't see the block, and she hit straight in their hands. They were lined up, and they positioned their hands back into the court where they need that time. So she didn't tool, and that's a good block for Williamsport. They needed that in this shift of the game right now.
Takara Sumlin making the block, and
she got smart that time. So she got blocked the last time. She's got a couple kills, and she changed up her tempo right there with a tip on the outside, and they're back on their heels. She could see that. So that's when you play that little game with your opponent. Cat and mouse, back and forth with your hitting.
And this time it's Emily Gassaway. Number 3. And we'll have another timeout here.
Another thing you'll notice that North's doing, with their rotations, they've separated the Doolin sisters. So they're not both all in the front row at the same time, which is very smart, because if you put them both up there, then you're going to have all the weapons. Then when you get the other 3 people up there, you're not going to have as much attack. And the other attackers that are putting the ball away are their middles. And you can't always get the ball to the middle depending on where the dig or your pass is. And I mentioned before, you don't want to use your middle in serve receive. You want to use your middle in transition, but that can be hard because if they're attacking it, you're not always getting the dig to target where the setter can use the middle. Middle setter connection is very hard.
And the Hubs turned the tide down by 5 at 8-3 earlier here in the first set. Now at 22-14 here in set number 1. Cadence Doolin serving.
Definitely this is a free ball, so North should put this ball away. Tooled the block. She got a little bit of help from the net and the Williamsport block there, but it's good to see them up and ready. Kind of got lucky on that ball to score. Good pass by Warren back there. Unfortunate. It's a good attack attempt there by Williamsport, just a little bit long. She didn't finish her swing.
Brings us to set point, 24-14.
Oh, she got another one. That's a lucky serve right there. You thank the volleyball gods there that you get a serve like that and score. It's a good ace.
Set number 1 goes to North Hagerstown, 25-14. Stay with us. Second set coming up here on Antietam Broadband. High school volleyball coverage brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia.
If I was the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia. Like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7. Or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room. Or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
The Physicians and Physical Therapy team at the Center for Advanced Orthopedics Parkway Division specialize in prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of sports injuries. Our new facility is conveniently located near Interstate 70 and 81. We offer easy parking, on-site x-ray, and diagnostic tools, and we accept all major insurances, including Medicare. Our board-certified physicians and physical therapists specialize in sports injuries, joint replacement, hand surgery, and injections.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna wanna Hagerstown Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Are you tired of living with water that's causing rust stains, hard water spots, or other issues in your home? Water's supposed to make life easier and more comfortable, and we can help you experience the water you deserve. As your local authorized Hague dealer, we can tailor a water treatment solution to address your specific needs. We can make sure your laundry stays soft, your skin silky smooth, with a custom-designed water treatment conditioning system. Your whole home and family will benefit from the high-quality water you deserve. Call us today.
Back at Williamsport High School, set number 1 in the books. North Hagerstown taking the first set, 25-14. Thanks for joining us here on Antietam Broadband for live high school volleyball action. Tonight's live coverage brought to you by S&L Water. At S&L Water, your water is our priority. For all of your water and plumbing needs, call S&L Water at 240-313-9190. That's 240-313-9190 for S&L Water. Mark Keller and Letty Wilkes with you. Glad to have you here with us for our live coverage. Plenty of replay opportunities for our match here tonight as well. Friday night, September 29th. You can catch the replay of this match at 8 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, September 30th and October 1st. 2 chances both of those days, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. And then Monday and Tuesday, October 2nd and 3rd, replays at 8 p.m. both of those days. You can catch those on Antietam Broadband Channel 6 and 806, or you can watch them on demand by downloading the WCL-TV on-the-go app from your Google or Apple store.
So North's got the serve this time, and if they serve aggressive, Williamsport's got to jump out and be in system here to convert on their offense. North has an advantage there with their aggressive serving, so hopefully Williamsport can take a little control from the get-go here. Little miscommunication there. You know, in the first set, Mark, Williamsport hung in there from the beginning of the set, and then they let North take a little bit of control, and they served them and then got aggressive with their attacks. So if Williamsport can maybe keep the ball on their side a little bit more, then it might be a little bit of outcome this set, maybe a little bit more settled into the match here, know what's coming. So we'll see what kind of happens this set.
Madison Kunke serving for Williamsport. A big kill there from Nevaeh Ware.
Great attack there out of the middle. She hit it back to the 1 zone, and that's that back left corner of the court. It's a hard ball to defend. So great attack on Nevaeh's part there out of the middle. Lauren Hobbs back to serve. She definitely has an aggressive serve, so Williamsport's got to not allow her to serve too many points on them. That was a deep, aggressive serve, and unfortunately, I think they should have let that go. I think that ball would have been out. They've got to be smart when they're receiving here and use it to their advantage.
Hobbs serving all tied up here, 2-2.
Yeah, I think that's what happened on the first serve, and Elizabeth Warren, I think she realized she shouldn't have passed that, and that time she didn't let that ball go. She let it go out. So hopefully they can serve aggressive here in North and stay in the set here. Good pass, good attack, good block by Williamsport. Good utilization of using their middle hitter. That was a very smart set on Emerson Shank's part there, and she got a good assist from her middle, and they used their middle in transition. I know I've referenced that several times, but that's definitely when you want to allow your middles to hit.
Eliana Schwartz with the kill for the Wildcats, and this is Bailey Doolin returning the favor.
She likes that back row attack, and they need to keep utilizing it there. Unfortunately, Williamsport, I'm not sure they knew what was going on. They didn't have a block up, and defensively in the back row, they weren't set up in their defense to defend that.
Mistake by Hobbs.
Bailey had a good attack there. She hit in zone 4. There's an area on the court. Each one, they're numbered 1 through 6. She went to 4, and that's extreme cross court, and a lot of outside hitters playing in that position, they tend to be cheaters. They don't like to play defense because they're worried about transitioning and getting back to hit. So they're one step ahead, and they need to play defense first and then go hit, and a lot of times they cheat. And that's exactly what happened there. Good attack there by Olivia Smith. She kind of pulled an off-speed roll shot, and North was waiting back on their heels, so she definitely got them there. That's a good kill for her to tally in the book.
All tied up at 5. Set number 2.
This set's starting out a little bit like the last one. They're kind of together. They're figuring it out. So it'd be good to see them. Good block.
And it's Nevaeh Ware again for North Hagerstown.
They're doing a good job this set. They use the outside a lot the last set. They're using their middles more because they know that if Williamsport's smart, they'll have the block sitting, waiting on those outsides. So after one set, you know, a team makes adjustments, then you got to adjust. So smart for North, they're using their middle a little bit more in this set so far. It's a little bit of an easy serve.
On the serve for the Hobbs.
Good defend by Lauren Hobbs there. Good scramble from Williamsport. Chloe Gee there, they like to keep setting her on that 31. She's not putting it straight down, but she's there, and that's a good thing. She's not a power hitter, but she's at the right place at the right time, so that's good. And she's younger, too, so you can tell she's still learning the game somewhat, but I give her credit. She's where she needs to be, and she's putting it over the net.
Olivia Smith serving for Williamsport and evening the score here at 7.
Definitely doing a better job this set of maintaining. I'd like to say you don't want to ever allow a team to get more than 2 points on you in a run because it's very hard with rally scoring. It sometimes can be hard to come back. Once they get such a lead on you, you got to climb and back. And when somebody scores a point every time, you know, the game can get away from you very quickly.
And the Gasaway serving for the Hubs.
Williamsport's now utilizing that back row attack. That's good to see. Hobbs, a little long. I think Williamsport is doing a little better job of putting more pressure and moving the ball around, and North's having a harder time defending it, and they're not able to get that in-system offense that we talked about. So it's not absolutely perfect, and the hitters can't have their cake and eat it too type of deal. Doolin back row attack hit it a little bit long there. Good pass. Lauren Hobbs long. So both of those hitters just hit the ball a little long. Unfortunately, they're not preparing themselves for their approach, and they're a little bit shallow in the court, so they can't get a full approach with their footwork. If you don't transition well, it's very hard to attack. And both of them, unfortunately, weren't deep enough in their transition to get a full-on approach. So I was thinking that was going to come soon, wondering when she was going to call a timeout. You know, a timeout is sometimes you call a timeout just to break the serve,
right,
change the game, because it's hard to come off a timeout and serve. So it's called the coach's timeout that wins you a point.
4 straight points here for the Wildcats. And now we'll have an 11-8 lead. Set number 2. The Hubs up 1-0 here at Williamsport High School. You know, we talked about Williamsport being a young team. North Hagerstown also. Only 3 seniors on that North Hagerstown roster as well. So you know, both teams sort of learning as they go here. Yeah, I have some experience on the roster, but also some younger players who are getting their first games.
Well, that's a good serve coming out of a timeout. So that timeout I said about a coach didn't work there. Unfortunately for North, they do not want to allow Williamsport to take a run on them here. They're going to have to make a stop here. They're going to make it a challenge for themselves. And Williamsport's doing a good job of getting them out of system.
And that breaks the string there. Bailey Doolin with the kill. Make it 9-12, and it's Doolin serving.
Using that back row attack. There's a lot of tipping going on right now. Unfortunately, you got to put some power on. When they use that 2-hand set, when a hitter goes up to hit, when they use the 2 hands instead of using 1 hand to tip, it makes it very readable. So the other team defensively knows, hey, they're going to tip it, so they already get in there ready to defend. Unfortunately, I'd like to see them use that 1 hand because you don't have to give it away so fast. But 2 hands definitely give it away.
Cadence Doolin once again.
She was really smart on the Williamsport's block there. She hit off the shorter blocker, which is definitely going to be effective when you're looking at your block. You don't want to hit into the taller player. You want to use the little girl. And she did just that.
Point to the Wildcats, now a 14-10.
Williamsport doesn't have anybody that's just putting the ball straight down, but I'll say that they're putting the ball in places where North is having to really work defensively and scrambling, and so they're out of system, and then they all have to talk, and they're not getting as many hard attack attempts this set.
Cadence Doolin with a little bit of finesse that time on the kill. Now Hobbs serving for the Hubs. 11-14.
Nevaeh Ware definitely used her advantage there in the middle and abusing that block from Williamsport. That was a attack. It was tight to the net, and she went for it.
She really established herself on that front line this evening.
It's a good tool there from Williamsport. They didn't completely close the block. So, and when I say they didn't close the block, the two North players didn't come together. They were separated, and that ball went in between. So when you're blocking, you definitely want to be together, so you're putting up that wall to stop the ball.
Elizabeth Warren serving for Wildcats.
Williamsport definitely wants to use this free ball. It's like a free ticket. They just pass it over. And Olivia Smith, great job with the tool there, and they used that free ball to their advantage. So that was a great execution by Williamsport. Anytime a passed ball comes over, it's called a free ball, and it's like a free ticket. You want to definitely score and get a kill off of that, and they did.
And serve this time goes long. And out to the hubs. Caden Stolen serving 13-16.
Good pass. Use the middle. Would like to use that more in transition. Just a little wide. Good attack attempt. She tried to hit down the line there, but just a little bit wide. Unfortunately, when you're down, like North is right now, you can't hit a ball long or wide. You got to put it in the court.
Right.
Good serve. Williamsport definitely is taking advantage of North here this set. And if you recall when I said you don't want to let a team get more than 2 on you, as you can see right now, it's hard. Even when you have weapons, it's hard to come back. And Williamsport's doing a good job of getting the ball aggressively service-wise and defensively getting it where North players aren't. They've definitely made some better adjustments this set. They're using that back row attack more, but they didn't even use that in the first set.
Off the hands of Skylar Norris.
She hit her back row attack, and then Doolin came back and back row attack at her. They're like playing back and forth at each other.
Sydney Wilt serving for the Hubs, 14-18.
Good pass by Elizabeth Warren. Nice. So Olivia Smith, I think she figured out she can't just hit it. She's being very smart. She's pulled out some roll shots. She's tried to tool, and she pulled a tip in there, and they were not prepared for it. So she's definitely moving her hitting ability around and just trying to hit it.
And now it's Smith serving here for the Wildcats.
Skylar Norris was there, ready to defend that, but unfortunately not completely prepared, and the ball just took off her platform there.
15-19, Hubs serving.
Good deep serve. Definitely got Williamsport out of system. Emerson Shank needs to be a little bit more aggressive. She keeps setting it over, and that's like giving a free ball to North. Hopefully she'll make a change with that.
And this time it's Hobbs with the kill. 16-19.
And just like that, Mark, we've already made a change in the momentum and the dynamic of the game. So Williamsport, they're getting the passes to target. They're in system, but they're not executing right away. And then North is, they're giving North something easy defensively, and then North's able to get to target, and then they're just putting the ball away. So they got to make a stop. Williamsport's got to make a stop right here if they want to continue to. And they've made some, Williamsport's made some points definitely this set on North High's hitting errors. They've had a couple attempts where they've hit them long or out, and they've gained points from their errors.
2017, Williamsport leading. And one too many that time for the Wildcats. And out to the Hubs. It'll be Bailey Doolin serving 18-20.
trying to get North out of system. That was smart on Williamsport's part.
Cubs pulled to within 1. The Wildcats trying to hand North Hagerstown their first set loss this regular season.
Skylar Norris, like they're definitely utilizing her more on that back row attack this set.
Good dig there by Warren.
That's a good dig that you definitely want to be able to utilize and execute. Good timeout by Coach Hampton here. She's got to get them back, settled back down, and they got to keep the ball away from Cadence Doolin on the outside here, and they got to put up a bigger block. The problem is she goes to attack, and we're not putting a very big block up against her. I would zone in on her right now. I would say get there and put a block up on her to at least make her have to work a little bit more. They're not making her work hard enough and putting a block up, and then they're trying to scramble, and then they're not putting anything too intense back on North, and then they're just coming with their weapons again. So Williamsport's got to make some change here if they want to grab this set. They started out really well, and they executed off of North's mistakes. So it'll be the first to 5 right here, first to 5.
Yep. All tied up at 20.
Yep. So hopefully they'll come out of this timeout and make some change.
Wildcats were up 19-14. Had a 5-point lead, and Cubs have come all the way back. Tied it at 20.
They got to get that passing system so Emerson Shank can utilize her offense there. They tried, and I think the middle hitter got a little bit in the way of that back row attack of Olivia Smith. Got to communicate. Good.
A block there by Emerson Shank.
So they were there, ready to go, like I just talked about coming out of timeout. You got to put up the block, but unfortunately their hands were positioned out of court. You could actually see there on that replay that their hands were pushing towards out of bounds. So Doolin again tooled them and used them and got an easy kill off using the block. But I'm glad to see that the block was up. They're there again. Good dig by Warren. Going to send a free ball. They better be ready. They better put the block up because she's coming down the middle. Chloe Gee, they like to use her on that 31. They're working hard out there.
Good rally here. Yep. Doolin getting the point for the Hubs.
So Williamsport's definitely doing a good job of put the blocks there now, like I said in that timeout. Unfortunately, their hands are not pressed over the net and going in the right direction, and she's just abusing their hands. So maybe they can make some adjustment on that.
Another timeout here on the court. Remind you again of our replays of this match. Tomorrow night, Friday, September 29th at 8 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, September 30th and October 1st. 2 showings both of those days, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. And then Monday and Tuesday, October 2nd and 3rd at 8 p.m. both of those nights on Antietam Broadband Channel 6 and 806. We're starting to hear the student section getting rowdy here at Williamsport High School. Bailey Doolin serving. Cubs up 23-20. And now set point for the Hubs. Already up 1 set, looking to make it 2-0.
Good attack by Skylar Norris there, back row.
Saved by Warren. The set Doolin. And the point and the set go to the Hubs. 25-20. Now leading at 2-0 here at Williamsport High School. Stay with us. We will have set number 3 coming up from Williamsport High School. The Hubs leading the Wildcats 2-0. High school volleyball coverage here on Antietam Broadband, brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia.
If I'm the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia, like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7, or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room, or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
Hi, I'm Brian Albert, Sheriff of Washington County, and as our students start back to school, the Sheriff's Office would like to remind motorists that you must stop for buses stopped with flashing lights. Vehicles must come to a complete stop if any of the following are true. The vehicle is traveling in the same direction as the school bus, even if the road has 1 lane, multiple lanes, or a central turning lane. Or if the vehicle is traveling in the opposite direction and road does not have a dirt, grass, or barrier median. With your help, we'll keep our children safe this school year.
We're sure making a lot of people happy.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Join us at the Green Turtle in Hagerstown to watch your favorite sports teams on over 100 TVs. Serving all your favorites, including crab dip, wings, burgers, and wraps. Mention this ad and receive $5 off your entire bill. Is your sports team or organization looking for a fundraiser night? Ask about Funds for Friends and earn 20% back. The Green Turtle in Hagerstown. Call today, 301-745-8800. The Physicians and Physical Therapy team at the Center for Advanced Orthopedics Parkway Division specialize in prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of sports injuries. Our new facility is conveniently located near Interstate 70 and 81. We offer easy parking, on-site x-ray, and diagnostic tools, and we accept all major insurances, including Medicare. Our board-certified physicians and physical therapists specialize in sports injuries, joint replacement, hand surgery, and injections.
Are you tired of living with water that's causing rust stains, hard water spots, or other issues in your home? Water's supposed to make life easier and more comfortable, and we can help you experience the water you deserve. As your local authorized Hague dealer, we can tailor a water treatment solution to address your specific needs. We can make sure your laundry stays soft, your skin silky smooth, with a custom-designed water treatment conditioning system. Your whole home and family will benefit from the high-quality water you deserve. Call us today.
Rentals Unlimited proudly sponsors events happening in our community. Give our experienced personnel a call or stop by one of our 5 locations for all your home improvement, residential, commercial, or industrial projects. We provide friendly and knowledgeable service you can depend on the first time and every time. Rentals Unlimited. We rent solutions. 1458 South Potomac Street in Hagerstown and online at rentalsunlimited.com.
Back at Williamsport High School, getting ready for third set action here. High school volleyball coverage on Antietam Broadband. The North Hagerstown Hubs with a 2-0 lead over the Williamsport Wildcats. Members of the Springfield Middle Volleyball League here in Williamsport, taking part in a serving competition. And just look at the number of the kids. You wonder why volleyball is such a strong sport here in Washington County. That has a little something to do with it.
Yeah, it's definitely good to see younger kids here at the game, to see older people that are the role models. I mean, I remember being a kid here in Washington County coming to Williamsport High School and watching the older players and saying, man, I hope I can be her one day. And then, you know, you get out there and play, and then you see little kids come and watch you play. So it's definitely history here for sure. But it's good to see all those girls excited and here to see the match and see good players.
It's a great thing to see. You hear so much about youth sports leagues, you know, diminishing numbers in the youth sports leagues around here, and doesn't seem to be an issue here in the Springfield Volleyball League here in Williamsport. And I think you could probably go to most schools here in Washington County and find the youth programs in a very similar state, very strong as well. So glad to have you with us here on Antietam Broadband for our high school volleyball coverage here tonight. I remind you, tonight's live coverage is brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia, the dealers that make it easy. Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda wish much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's match, the schools that they represent, and their surrounding communities. And our thanks to Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda as well for their continued support of our local sports broadcasts here on Antietam Broadband. 2-0, North Hagerstown leading Williamsport, 25-14, 25-20, the scores of those first two sets. And Letty, what did you see different in set two as opposed to set one?
Yeah, I think set one, both teams were kind of getting into the feel of the game, how it was going to go. I think they both served a little bit more aggressive in set one, and they had to figure that out. In set two, I think they still kept serving aggressive. I think that Williamsport made some adjustments strategically in how they were hitting. They weren't just trying to attack it hard. They were trying to find the open places and get North kind of all over the place. And I'm trying to block more. I think North went after it in set two, but made a lot of errors. So they got to cut down on their errors. And I think that's what kept, honestly, Williamsport in that game a little bit more, because of their unforced errors that they made, hitting it out, hitting it long. But Williamsport needs to stay aggressive on this serve so North cannot get the ball to the setter and be in system, or they're going to run away with it from them. So they got to keep aggressive service on them.
Emerson Shank serving for the Wildcats to start set number 3. And once again, it's Cadence Doolin putting that shot away for North Hagerstown. Hubs with a 1-0 start here.
Good attack there by Skylar Norris.
To the Hubs. Once again, Nevaeh Ware showing her presence at the net for the Hubs. And it's Chloe Gee serving for the Hubs.
Good block there by Nevaeh and Hobbs. Definitely made that effective. She adjusted. I give Olivia Smith credit there. She's going back to serve, but the first time, you know, she got blocked, she came back in and pulled in a tip and scored off of that. So they're waiting on her too, that block. There was a good up back there by the libero from Williamsport, Elizabeth Warren.
Shout out to North Hagerstown, now with a 4-1 advantage. Wildcats gave the Hubs a run in set number 2, but North extending its streak of winning sets to 17.
Great idea there, just a setter miscommunication. She's trying to run that 31 to Nevaeh Ware there, and it was set just a little bit past her, so She wasn't there to connect.
Elizabeth Warren serving 2-4 for the Wildcats.
So she told that block there on the tip, her timing was a little bit off, and she realized she was coming down off of her jump to attack that ball, so she just used a tip off the block there and told them. Smart.
And it's Bailey Doolin with the kill. Bad luck there for Kennedy Lawhorn. That one popped right up into the rafters and straight back down. 7-2 North Hagerstown.
Williamsport's got to get a block up and be ready here. It's a good idea there, just unfortunately that, and I've talked about this before, a setter middle connection's hard. It's got to be almost perfect for them to connect, and she just overset that a little bit. So they need to kind of work that out together, talk that through so that doesn't keep happening, because that's happened twice. It's a good attack. There goes that explosive finish to her swing. They both are really good at that. You know, Williamsport's having trouble right now. North's taking control over this set, but they're scrambling around, and then when they attack back at them, they're not putting anything hard enough on North that they have to work for it, and then they attack hard and score off of it.
8-3 Hubs.
Williamsport's got to execute on this free ball here and have to put this away.
Another kill for Bailey Doolin. And we'll have a timeout here with North Hagerstown leading at 9-3. Now, in addition to those replays for tonight's match, more live high school sports coverage coming up for you next week, Friday, October 6th. We'll be back here, or back on the football field, I should say. Be at North Hagerstown High School to see the Williamsport Wildcats taking on the North Hagerstown Hubs. It's Friday, October 6th. We'll be live at 5:45 p.m. Coach Randy Longnecker and myself. Game time at 6 p.m.
Hopefully Williamsport can come off of this timeout here, Mark, and maybe make some change in the game.
Blocked there by Emily Gassaway. Point to the Hubs, now 10-3. Sydney Wilt serving for North.
Good in-system pass there for Williamsport. Good dig.
And this time it's Eliana Schwartz putting that one away for Williamsport. And getting the Cats back on the board, 4-10. Serving here will be Madison Kunke.
Good aggressive serve. That's kind of what they need right now. They got to get North out of system. So if Williamsport can get back there and run some points off this serve and keep North from getting it to their main hitters, and right now Bailey Doolin's up there. That's who they're going to go to. So on the outside, they got to keep it away from her. That's a great hit. She hit extreme cross court Very hard ball to attack and a very hard ball to defend. So kudos to her for that shot.
You talk about serve a lot, and it seems as if Williamsport's serves have been effective, really kind of crossing North up a little bit. Low, hard serves, but they haven't really been able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, so the hard part about that, Mark, is they are serving aggressive more so than they have in past. And North is able just to get the ball up in the air, and their hitters are outside hitters. So the set outside is the easiest ball to set. You know, I've talked about how it's hard to set your middle because it's got to be quick and it's got to be almost perfect. But the duel and both sisters, they launched that ball up there and they're just going to go after it and attack it. So unfortunately, that's why they're executing on it. They're good enough hitters that they can go wherever the ball is and kind of put it away. And unfortunately, that was a good attack there from Olivia Smith. It's good to see her put that ball down. Williamsport just doesn't have too many weapons, and they're scrambling it. They're working really hard, but then they're not executing and converting to points. Where they're putting it on North, they get the pass up there, they feed the bombs, and they're just putting it away.
Schwartz serving there, 6-13. And a point to North. And he's serving here 14-6. Bailey Doolin on the service line now.
You know, Mark, and going back to what I just said, if their best hitters were their middle hitters, it might be a different dynamic of the game and how it's going right now. But they're pin hitters, meaning they're both outside hitters, and they unfortunately get the most attempts to hit in a game. Your outside is always going to have your most attacks. Sometimes setters set it outside and pray, like just hit it, you know, because it's the easiest set. At the same time, if we were statting this right now, both Cadence and Bailey, they got a lot of attempts right now, and they've got a lot of kills. Not a lot of errors. So their hitting percentage right now is pretty high. But you think about it, how many attempts both of those girls have gotten this set. It's up there.
Yeah.
Because that's where the setter can get them the ball. Even back row, they're hitting back row attacks too. And same for Williamsport. They're giving the ball to, if you look at it, she's getting the ball to Skylar Norris and Olivia Smith a lot, but they're pin hitters. The easiest ball to set. It's hard to utilize your middle all the time. So anytime
serve goes long, and back to the Wildcats serving here,
Williamsport needs to
8-16.
use that to their advantage. Any opportunity they get right now, they need to utilize that to their advantage when North makes an error. Good serve. Oh, that's unfortunate. So volleyball is a game of communication too. I haven't talked a lot about that this evening, but in that type of situation right there, so Elizabeth Warren, she's the libero for Williamsport. She really need to be focusing on the ball, and her teammates around her need to be telling her if it's out or in, and she needs to determine if she's going to play it or not. And unfortunately, I think she was not getting a lot of help on that. I think that's why she let it drop. Lauren, I don't know why I say Katie, Lauren Hobbs, she always gets back to the service line. She has an aggressive serve, and Williamsport has had trouble with her all night. So let's see if she goes on a run here.
Serving here up 18-8. Frank with the set to Skylar Norris.
A good, we call those ponytail tips. She tried to tip that right down their back, and that's a very hard ball to defend. So Skylar Norris did a great job there to get that kill for herself and get a point on the board for the team. Trouble there for Lauren Hobbs setting. It's a good tool right there. Jarvis did. She's little, but mighty out there. She definitely beat that ball through that block and got a point from that.
Heaven Jarvis with the kill there. And it's Caden Stoolen. Getting the ball, the serve, back to North Hagerstown.
When she attacked that ball, she did what you call a crossbody attack, and it's very hard to read, and Williamsport defense had no idea that ball was going there, if you really watched that. She utilized her hitting ability. That's a neat thing from my perspective in watching her, is that she hits crossbody, so she has an effect where she can go across her body and swing, and that's hard for a lot of hitters to do. So that even gives her a greater dynamic in her play, not only being explosive, but she has that asset to add to her weapons. You know, Mark, we watched her play last year, and we didn't get to see her play much because she was hurt.
Right.
So it's kind of neat to see her on the court. We saw her one match, and she didn't play that much,
once,
and then
yeah.
the second time she was hurt. So kind of neat to see her on the court and being effective.
Cubs leading here 20-10, up 2-0 on Williamsport. That serve long will go over to Williamsport.
When you have a lead like that, it's okay. You know, it gives you room to make an error. Good middle, way to use the middle there for Emerson Shank in transition.
Will stay with us following the match. Bob Parcelletti will join us. We'll be talking with the winning coach here this evening, maybe a player or two following the match. Point out to North Hagerstown, leading this 21-12. Sydney Wilt on service there.
Smart shot there by Skylar Norris. She pulled a back row attack, pulled off speed. She saw him waiting there back there for her, and
that's like you said, hit them where they're not.
that's the name of the game.
13-21. Madison Kunke serving.
Unfortunately, Chloe Gee went up to hit that. She was up, and the set was a little bit low, so she had to do what we call like a punch. And she couldn't finish, so the ball went long on her there. It's good to see a young middle like that. You can see she's young and she's developing. She's tall. I bet in the next couple years we'll see her with a little bit more power, because she's definitely at the right spot. She knows what she's doing. She just has to get a little bit more strength and power on the ball. There she is again, ready to go. She's at the right place. You can tell she's getting a little frustrated because she knows what to do, but it's not happening right now. And that's definitely her age.
Eliana Schwartz serving, 15-22.
Off speed shot there by Olivia Smith. You can't give a ball like that to Bailey Doolin. She's just going to put it away.
She and Caden Stoolen have been doing that all evening. Now 23-15 as Bailey Doolin serves. Nice little change up there by the Wildcats. To take the serve back, and it'll be Emerson Shank serving here, 16-23. Wildcats needing this set to stay alive here this evening. Sets to Hobbs.
They're going to use the free ball here. They're going to run something in the middle. Oh, Chloe Gee, 31. That time she connected.
That set point, a match point for North Hagerstown, 24-16 here in set number 3.
You know, Mark, I give North a lot of credit. They're using all their hitters. They know, you know that the Dolan sisters are going to put the ball away, but they really utilize their middles and their other hitters, you know, when they have the opportunity to. So I give them credit because they could easily just say, just put it away. And they've done a really good job of using their middles and their right sides.
Here's Hobbs on that right side. She clinches the win here for North Hagerstown. They take set number 3, 25-17, and close out the match with a 3-0 sweep of Williamsport. Your set scores 25-14, 25-20, 25-17 here in the third. Well, stay with us. As we mentioned, Bob Parcelletti will be speaking with the winning coach here tonight, North Hagerstown's Lacey Johnson. We'll probably have a player or two as well. So we will have Bob when we come back from this break. High school volleyball coverage brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia. Stay with us.
If I'm the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia. Like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7. Or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room. Or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
Join us at the Green Turtle in Hagerstown to watch your favorite sports teams on over 100 TVs. Serving all your favorites, including crab dip, wings, burgers, and wraps. Mention this ad and receive $5 off your entire bill. Is your sports team or organization looking for a fundraiser night? Ask about Funds for Friends and earn 20% back. The Green Turtle in Hagerstown. Call today, 301-745-8800.
When choosing internet and Wi-Fi service to meet your family's education needs, it pays to do your homework. You'll learn that Antietam Broadband, with fast, reliable speeds up to 2.5 gig and unlimited data, powered by Antietam Smart Wi-Fi, is the right choice. School has changed, and so should your internet. Contact Antietam Broadband today and upgrade to the internet speed and smart Wi-Fi your family needs.
Voltage Wrestling is coming to Antietam Broadband.
Let it blow, gotta breathe. Liquid up, try to hypnotize me. Feel the rush, wanna scream. Hit it hard, no, you'll never let it be.
The action and excitement of Voltage Wrestling on Washington County Living, Channel 6 and 806.
Welcome back to Williamsport High School. High school volleyball action here tonight. The visiting North Hagerstown Hubs with a 3-0 win over Williamsport, 25-14, 25-20, 25-17. We're going to send it over to Bob Parcelletti. He has North Hagerstown coach Lacey Johnson and a couple of North High players. Bob, go ahead, take it away.
Hi, I'm here with Lacey Johnson, coach from North Hagerstown. New coach taking over, but it seems like no matter who's in this place, the rivalry lives.
Oh yeah, anytime you come into Williamsport, you know they're going to have a good program, and it's a great time always coming and playing here.
It seems like every time you guys play, though, you're playing a rivalry.
Oh.
I mean, with Simlisburg and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the county volleyball is really good, and so we always have to come in and play our best game.
Okay, these two over here, they both took turns taking over at spots where you guys were kind of struggling.
Yeah.
Do you do that often, or this is just special time here?
No, I think there are two players that you can always rely on to bring some energy and some really good volleyball here, and then we are able to work around that as a team, and I think it's a special dynamic duo here that we have, and it's also cool that they're sisters.
Yeah.
But they have definitely filled some shoes, as well as our other teammates. They've really stepped up in places, and I mean, we're just playing really fantastic volleyball right now.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right, okay, Cadence. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
There was a spot there in the first game where you just kind of took off and hit a bunch of spikes in a row or kills in a row. What happened there? I mean, what turned on?
I was just really excited for this game. You know, my sister's been playing high school for 3 years now. It's my second year. I was just really excited. You know, this team has always been a good team to us, so we've always been excited to play them.
You, because it was like in a stretch there where you guys had a lull there, and you hit like 3 or 4 in a row, and it seemed like you set the tone for the rest of the night. Did you get that feeling?
Sort of.
Yeah.
I did. I got that feeling.
And then how did you sustain it? Because, I mean, you got that rush of adrenaline over there in the first period or first game, and then you kept going.
I mean, we feed off each other's energy, so, you know, I get their energy up, they get our energy up. You know, we work as a team to keep it going.
So this is a big game for you guys.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Bailey.
Yeah.
Now, she set the tone, but you carried it on. The second and third games, toward the end of the second game and the beginning of the third, you really took off. What happened for you?
Well, I mean, I wanted the spotlight too. Like, I didn't want her to be the only one, but like, I also wanted to have an impact on the team. And I just wanted the team to have fun. I wanted us to play our best and be together.
Is there a sibling rivalry here?
Not really. I mean, we get along very well. We communicate really well. We know who has the ball, who's gonna get the ball. If she's up blocking, I have her line and tip. We cover each other very well. I mean, we have a really special bond.
Because you got on a roll at the end. The third game was really where you took off.
Yes.
Now, this was a pretty big day for you, I guess, all the way around. You signed something today, didn't you, to go to Navy?
Yeah, earlier this month, I verbally committed to the Naval Academy.
I just saw it announced today, though. So how big is that? I mean, you're getting out of the way early, aren't you?
Yes, I mean, it's a really big opportunity. I feel honored to be able to serve my country after the academy, and again, it's a really special opportunity because not a lot of people achieve stuff like this.
How big was this win for you guys?
Oh, it was huge because Williamsport and North always have this rivalship, who's gonna win, this team's undefeated, how is this gonna end, and this game is probably going to help us dictate how the season's going to go because it was such a good game from both of the teams.
All right. Well, thank you. Have a good night. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Appreciate that. Thanks to Coach Johnson and to Cadence and Bailey also. And if you're Coach Lacey Johnson, you got to love that you have these two players who say, I wanted to step up and I wanted to take over this match.
That's what you want as a coach. You want players that are ready to play and take control of the game. So she's very fortunate that she has, and sisters, I'm sure they get along very well and can feed off each other. That's a neat dynamic. I mean, I think everybody probably wants to have a sister on the court with him. Absolutely.
Well, and like you said, with the amount of talent that this North High team lost from last year. So you're bringing in new players, you're bringing in a brand new coach as well, a brand new head coach. It's got to make her life a lot easier having players like Cadence Doolin and Bailey Doolin who are kind of carrying over from last year.
Absolutely. I think the unique thing about those two girls is that last year that team, they won a state championship. They were stocked. I mean, the block was huge. They had 5 hitters. So everybody contributed last year, and I think those two kind of were in the back a little bit. And I think that they were better players than people might have realized last year because they weren't necessarily in the limelight. And I kind of referenced that last year. I'm like, these two are going to be good because they're so explosive. You don't see that in two players on a high school team a lot. And I think that's really cool to watch them. I think they're very developed players. You can see their potential in the game. But I think now, because it's just the two of them and there's not as many dominating hitters, it allows them to excel and show really what they're capable of. And you can see that dynamic explosiveness on the court. So I think last year they were doing that, but we didn't see as much because they had 5 hitters all doing the same thing. So I think now they're shining to really what their capabilities are. So I think that's a neat dynamic from the team last year. You know, I'm not taking away from that team, but they really can shine and show their abilities because they're needed. They are the main do on the team. And then I thought it was neat tonight that they utilize those other hitters. You could see those young middles really working, and they're going to be something down the road if they keep working, but the pressure doesn't have to be on those middles, right, which I referenced in the match. It's so hard to set a middle because it's a setter middle combo and it has to be almost perfect. But it's neat because those setters did utilize those middles in the match when they needed to, and they did take pressure off the sisters because they can't do everything. It's a team sport. Everybody has to contribute in the game of volleyball, and that's what makes it such a fun sport, I think.
Absolutely. Well, we did see that with Nevaeh Ware, Chloe Gee as well, Lauren Hobbs on that right side as well. So those, with the Doolin sisters kind of elevating where they are, it's allowing those other girls to sort of come into their own as well.
Absolutely. And if they didn't have the setters and those other people defending or passing, they couldn't put on the show and tally, like I said, if we were statting tonight how many kills they had. They wouldn't have those if they didn't have their teammates. So it's a good contribution of everybody on that team. And it was nice to watch them play and grow from the years past. You know, I think some people probably say, well, they won a state championship last year and they had all those bombs on the team. You know, they probably won't be as good. I think they're on all cylinders again. In this part of the season, they still got to work on their passing and defense, but that comes over time. It's still early. They still got a lot of volleyball to play yet.
The Hubs improved to 6-0 on the season, have not lost a set yet this season. Williamsport falling to 6-2 real quick. We mentioned kind of the tough stretch that Williamsport's in now. They have Smithsburg and Clear Spring both coming up next week. So what can you take from this match for Williamsport and kind of build on for next week?
So I think for Williamsport, I think this is the most aggressive I might have seen them serve in years. The thing about them is they just need to be more in system. They were out of system a lot. They were scrambling around. Now, with another opponent, I mean, obviously North, when you have the Doolins hitting at you, you're not going to be in system that much because they were just trying to defend and get the ball up in the air. They need to really work on defensively, getting the ball more into an option where their setters can get in there and set all their hitters, and their hitters have more options to hit. I think that they were just trying to put the ball over the court and stay in the game. And they fought. They fought. They definitely, it wasn't like they rolled over. And they've got tools too. They just need a little bit more work, and they need to develop those hitters. They're young, so they need some of those hitters that are a little bit younger. They need a little bit more time to develop. But I think there's a lot to learn from this match tonight. You know, they definitely can learn that they need to work on their blocking, being together, talking, communicating, because they got told a lot. And they were there putting up a block, which is a great thing because sometimes you can watch high school volleyball and there's no block. They were there, but they weren't timing it right, and they were getting used. So they really need to work on that aspect of the game too when they're playing a team like North. But they've got good tools. They just got to put it all together, and it's definitely not easy to go up against a team like they did face tonight and do all that. You know, you're going to have mistakes. Volleyball's a game of mistakes. You're going to get a point from a mistake. So
we'll remind you once again our coverage here tonight brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia, the dealers that make it easy. Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda wish much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's game, the schools that they represent, and the surrounding communities. We remind you one more time as well, our next game coming up here on Antietam Broadband next Friday night, October 6th. We will be at North Hagerstown High School to watch the Williamsport Wildcats take on the North Hagerstown Hubs in high school football. That'll be live at 5:45 p.m., kickoff at 6 p.m. Randy Longnecker and Bob Parcelletti will be joining me that night from North Hagerstown as well. So that's going to wrap it up for us here at Williamsport High School tonight. The North Hagerstown Hubs beating Williamsport here in high school volleyball 3-0. Glad to have you with us here one more time. For Letty Wilkes and Bob Parcelletti, I'm Mark Keller. Thank you for joining us for a live high school coverage here on Antietam Broadband. We will see you next Friday night.